There's nothing wrong with my body. Fat is not a dirty word. If my body tells me something, I will make sure it is heard. If my body is a vessel, I will give it what it needs. I will not betray my body, no matter what they think of me.
Fat, yes. Ugly? Absolutely fucking not. This is just a reminder that your tummy is so cute. So cute.
My belly don't jiggle. Okay, so maybe it jiggles a little bit, all right?
Right, Fat Girl Rant. This is the second in the series. It's been a while. But yesterday I went to a mall here in Auckland. And not that I was purchasing any clothing. I was going with my hubby to look for something. But had I have wanted to buy something, there was not one place that I could have. So Cotton On had a few things, the Warehouse, and came out. This was a huge mall with huge amounts of stores, but nothing catering for my size. I just don't understand how brands can release plus size drops, but they're not in their stores. And also, like, do they not realize that we have more money? And what I'm saying with that is that, like, I don't have 5,000 stores in New Zealand to pick from. Therefore, I probably have a couple. Therefore, I have more money to spend at their store because I have less options of where I can purchase from. I'm not going to buy a top from here, a skirt from here, a jacket from here. I'm going to spend more money with you. Therefore, the lifetime value of me as a customer is going to be greater. Like, you know what? It just doesn't make sense. Just shows that I'm doing the right thing by doing this brand, and I just need to grow up more and more.
Oh, okay. Here's how I started to fall in love with my body. First of all, I unlearned fat phobia, understood the mechanics of fat phobia, the purpose it serves, and who is benefiting. So from a logical perspective, I unlearned that shit and saw through the racism and the capitalism and the oppression of it all. Then I started following lots of fat creators, fat fitness, fat artists, fat educators, anybody that was fat and doing amazing things, especially those fatties who were loving their bodies and not afraid to love every element and show it off. I'm talking people who love their rolls, people who love their arms, people who love their bums, people who love their tummies. And then I challenged myself to stop whenever I was in front of a mirror, look at myself, and instead of tearing myself down, gaze at myself lovingly until I could find the joy and love in my body.
So let me preface this by saying, just because I had this experience as a fat person does not mean other fat people have had it. We are not a monolith. And even if you are not fat, maybe you had this experience as well. So I was talking on Instagram about how unfortunate it is to grow up fat because you've had certain experiences taken away from you. And I'm more so talking in like the relationship dating sense, because I can for sure say that the reason I don't have a lot of experience in that area is because of the fact that I'm fat. I'm not ugly. I'm a fantastic person. You know, I am the sun personified. All the check marks are checked off, right? Except for the fact that I don't have the ideal body type, especially when it came to high school, because a lot of people would not want to be seen with the fat girl in public out of fear of the backlash that they would get from their peers. And I have no pent up ill feelings towards it or anything. Like, it is what it is. You live and you learn. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do about it now? But it's very interesting to sit and think about, because as an adult, like, I'm 22 years old, I'm expected to know how to navigate the adult dating world, and I don't know how, because I never had the building block experiences that my other peers have had when it comes to relationships. I've never held hands with somebody in public. I've never even been on a date, so I can't tell you what any of that feels like. And again, it's very jarring as an adult, because the people that approach me are already on a different level than I am, because they've had experiences that were taken away from me simply because of the fact that I was fat. And so I kind of just feel a little silly expressing the fact that I really just kind of want to, like, have somebody that's willing to kiss me in public and not be embarrassed about it. Or, like, I kind of just want to walk around and hold hands with somebody. Like, I mourn the fact that I did not get to have that youthful experience when it came to like relationships and dating. Like I didn't get that. I didn't get the butterflies. I didn't get any of the silly little love trope stuff that actually happens in real life because of the fact that I am fat. And I really do want that. But while I'm sitting here thinking about the youthful kind of love, other people in my age group are thinking about like deeper connections with people. And I am too. Like, don't get me wrong, I still want that deeper connection. I still want to build something with somebody that like lasts, that has like a longevity to it. But I also kind of want just somebody that'll like hold my hand and kiss me on my fucking forehead. Like I mourn the fact that I didn't get to experience that because of the fact that I'm fat. So that's my thought of the night.
Okay, I am fat. Let's just get that. Like, how can we? Fat. Like, big. Okay. Let me just, if you are skinny, if you're super thin, if you're mid-sized, if you're slightly chubby, you don't know what it's like to really be fat. So stop calling yourself fat all the time. It really pisses me off and everyone else who is actually fucking fat. Okay, so real fat phobia, being a real fat person in this world, is me being 11 years old. And the day that my sexually abusive dad, who's a narcissist, decides to call my house phone and leave a message and say, I'm about to off myself and I'm gonna put that on you now, so you gotta deal with that. And while I was dealing with that, I ran outside my house to go to my best friend's. Well, then these teenage boys saw me and they came up in their car and they took something out of their car and it looked like a rock. Bitch, what the rock was doing in their car, I don't fucking know, but they threw it at me and my head started bleeding and they said, moo moo motherfucker, you a fat cow. I was 11 years old going through something traumatic, but because I was fat, nothing else but being fat, and I was assaulted on one of the worst days of my life. That's what actually being fat is. So please tell me about your mid-size woes. Tell me about your skinny girl woes, cause a bitch ain't gonna listen. I will all day long say body positivity for all body sizes, but do not try to get and understand the level of discrimination that fat women face, especially fat women of color. So shut the fuck up. Stop feeling the body positivity hashtag with mid-sized girls. Thanks.
Okay, I'm feeling salty and I know that I look like whatever, but this happens to me sometimes where I just have to get my thoughts out. And my thoughts are about diet culture and fucking fat bodies. And I have a fat body, so So North American diet culture is fucked up, and diet culture is fucked up everywhere, but North America especially. I think that what a lot of people don't realize, and even a lot of fat people like me that are really into diet culture don't realize, is that when you see a fat person, you see a fat body, I fucking guarantee that they have done not just one, not just two, at least, I would say, a half a dozen diets in their lifetime. And the older, the more diets. I know people that have been on dozens of diets. They never stop dieting. It's just one diet after another. And often the people that end up dieting, and I include gym culture in that, because gym culture is so fucking obsessed with you losing weight instead of just, balancing the strength and the muscles in your body. Like, shouldn't that be what the gym is for? And strengthening your lungs and your heart and fuck whatever, I'm annoyed again. Okay, I took a deep breath. Yeah, fat people do all the things. The whole idea that if you're fat, you're lazy is so fucking wrong. But if you see a fat person that's, quote, not moving or eating a lot of food that you would maybe judge as being unhealthy, it's because they're fucking exhausted of doing everything right all the time. It's just white knuckle bullshit. And it's not healthy. It's not fucking healthy. I mean, you need to know that it's not healthy. You get sick. My metabolism is so much more fucked up than it would be if I swear to God, like, just stop. If you're really thin and you do all the things, you eat healthy and you exercise, I fucking guarantee you would be so fucking... Fat people do it better. That's what I mean. I can't even talk. Fuck. I'm just mad. Yeah, I know my hair is crazy, but I think my skin looks good. Yeah, I'm fucking way hotter than I thought. Anyways.